Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today we're diving deep into some incredibly valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change or tucked away in a dusty drawer. From wheat pennies to Lincoln cents, Washington quarters, and beyond, these coins are worth far more than their face value, and you won't believe just how much some collectors are willing to pay. So let's get started. First up, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic coins in American numismatic history, the 1946 wheat penny. But this isn't just any wheat penny, it's a 1946 penny without a mint mark, in very fine condition, and with a unique black shade that makes it stand out from the rest. We'll explore the history behind this coin, its distinguishing features, and why it has become a gem for collectors in today's market. So, if you have one of these in your collection, you might be sitting on a valuable piece of history. Our story begins in the mid-1940s, a time when the United States was recovering from World War II. The year 1946 was particularly significant for the U.S. Mint, as it marked the return to using copper in penny production. During the war, pennies were made of steel coated with zinc, a practical change due to copper's importance for wartime materials. But with the war's end, the traditional copper penny made its comeback. The 1946 wheat penny was minted in small quantities, with limited produced at the Philadelphia Mint alone. These pennies were made of 95% copper, with the remaining 5% being a combination of tin and zinc. But what makes the 1946 penny particularly intriguing is not just its history or composition, it's the small details or lack thereof that can make a big difference in value. First, let's talk about the absence of the mint mark. If you look closely at the area just below the year 1946 on the obverse side, you might notice that there's no mint mark. This indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia, as coins from this mint during this period did not carry a mint mark. While the Philadelphia Mint produced the majority of 1946 pennies, it's the condition and appearance of this particular penny that can truly elevate its status among collectors. Now let's focus on what makes this 1946 wheat penny truly special, the black shade. Over time, some pennies can develop a dark, almost black patina due to environmental factors, chemical reactions, or even the way the coin was stored. This black shade can give the penny a unique and appealing appearance. For collectors, this black shade is not just a sign of age, it's a characteristic that adds to the coin's rarity and desirability. In very fine condition, where the details of Lincoln's hair, beard, and the wheat stalks on the reverse are still sharp, this black shade can significantly enhance the coin's appeal. But what exactly does very fine mean in coin grading? When we talk about a coin being in very fine condition, we're referring to a coin that shows only slight wear on the highest points of the design. For the 1946 wheat penny, this means that while the coin has seen circulation, the details on Lincoln's portrait and the wheat ears are still clear and well-defined. In very fine condition, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark is a true collector's item, especially when combined with the unique black shade we mentioned earlier. So, how much is this rare black shade, very fine condition 1946 wheat penny worth in today's collector market? The answer can vary widely depending on factors like demand, the intensity of the black shade, and the overall condition of the coin. As of today, a 1946 wheat penny in very fine condition typically ranges from $400,000. However, if you have a penny with a distinctive black shade and it's in particularly well-preserved condition, you could see prices go even higher, sometimes reaching upwards of $800,000. Collectors are always on the lookout for unique and eye-catching pieces, and a black shade penny in very fine condition certainly fits the bill. It's important to note that the market for these coins can be quite fluid. Prices can fluctuate based on the economy, collector interest, and even new discoveries of similar coins. So, if you're lucky enough to own one, it might be worth getting it professionally appraised or graded to truly understand its value. If you're a collector looking to add a 1946 wheat penny to your collection, or if you already have one, here are a few tips to keep in mind. First, always handle your coins carefully to avoid adding any scratches or smudges that could affect their condition. Second, store them in a cool, dry place, preferably in a protective holder to prevent further tarnishing. And finally, keep an eye on the market trends. As with any collectible, the value can change over time. The 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark, in very fine condition with that rare black shade, is more than just a piece of copper, it's a piece of American history with a collector market value that can surprise you. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, this coin is a treasure worth keeping an eye on. Next up, we're going to take a closer look at a coin that you might have sitting in your collection or even in your pocket change. That's right, we're talking about the 1976 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark, and specifically in very fine condition. Is this penny worth more than you think? Let's find out. Before we dive into the specifics of this coin's value, let's take a brief trip back in time. The Lincoln 1 cent coin, featuring the profile of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, was first issued in 1909, designed by Victor D. Brenner. This coin quickly became one of the most iconic pieces of American currency. The 1976 Lincoln penny is no exception. That year marked the United States bicentennial, a time of great patriotic celebration. While the special bicentennial quarters, halves, and dollars were released with unique designs, the Lincoln penny retained its traditional look. However, even in this ordinary appearance lies a piece of history, and as collectors know, history often comes with hidden value. So, what exactly do we mean when we say no mint mark? Coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint typically do not have a mint mark. In 1976, pennies produced in Philadelphia followed this tradition. Therefore, a 1976 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia. The coin is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition that was standard until 1982 when the composition was changed to a copper-plated zinc core. These coins were produced in huge quantities, so they are fairly common. However, their value can increase significantly depending on their condition and demand among collectors. Let's talk about the condition of the coin, particularly very fine condition. When we say a coin is in very fine condition, it means that it has been circulated but still retains much of its original detail. There may be slight wear on the high points of the coin, but overall the images and lettering are still clear and distinct. The Lincoln 1 cent in very fine condition might show some light wear on Lincoln's cheek and beard, but all details should still be sharp. Now, on to the most exciting part, the market value. The 1976 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark in very fine condition might give you a big money. It does hold more value than just 1 cent. The value of this coin can vary depending on a few factors, including market demand, the rarity of coins in similar condition, and the interest of collectors at any given time. As of today, the collector market value for a 1976 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark in very fine condition typically ranges from $250,000, while this might seem like much. So why should you consider adding the 1976 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark to your collection? Beyond its historical significance, this coin is a piece of Americana representing a time when the United States was celebrating its 200th birthday. It's an uncommon coin, yes, but in very fine condition, it's a great example of mid-20th century American coinage. Plus, who knows? Over time, as the number of these coins in circulation decreases, their value could increase. Next up, focusing on a coin that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide, the 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition. Could this humble penny be worth a small fortune today? Let's find out. The wheat penny series, also known as the Lincoln cent, is one of the most iconic and collected coins in American numismatic history. The 1940 wheat penny, in particular, is a coin that often intrigues both seasoned collectors and newcomers to the hobby. But what makes this coin special, and how much could it be worth in today's market? We're about to explore all that and more in today's. First, let's take a brief look at the history of the Lincoln wheat penny. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the wheat penny featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. This design remained in circulation until 1958, making it a beloved piece of American history. In 1940, the world was on the brink of major changes with World War II looming. Despite the turbulent times, the U.S. Mint continued to produce these 1 cent coins in large quantities. The absence of a mint mark on the 1940 wheat penny indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia, as was customary at the time. The 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. Its diameter is 19.05 millimeters. The obverse side features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. With the inscriptions "In God We Trust, Liberty" and the year 1940 on the reverse side, you'll see the iconic wheat stalks, along with the inscriptions 1 cent United States of America and the Latin phrase "E pluribus unum." So what makes a 1940 wheat penny valuable? Several factors contribute to a coin's market value, including its rarity, condition, demand among collectors, and historical significance. While the 1940 wheat penny is considered rare since limited were minted, its condition plays a significant role in its value. A coin in very fine condition, like the one we're discussing today, retains much of its original detail, with only minor wear on the high points of Lincoln's cheek and jawline, as well as the wheat stalks on the reverse. Now let's talk numbers. How much is a 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition worth today? The value of this coin can vary depending on the specific market and the demand at the time of sale. As of today, these coins can range in value from about $500,000 in very fine condition. While this might seem like a huge amount, it's important to remember that the real value of collecting coins like these often lies in their historical significance and the joy of building a collection. But don't let the highest price fool you. Some wheat pennies, especially those with rare errors or in mint condition, can fetch higher prices. While the 1940 penny might make you rich, it's still a valuable piece of history and a staple in any serious wheat penny collection. Thinking about starting your own collection or already have some wheat pennies? Here are a few tips to help you get the most out of your collecting experience. condition matters, always check the condition of your coins. The closer to mint condition, the better the value. Use a magnifying glass, look closely for any errors or unique markings. Sometimes, a small minting error can significantly increase a coin's value. Store properly to preserve your coins. Store them in a dry, cool place. Use coin holders or albums to prevent damage. Stay informed, keep an eye on the market, and watch for trends in coin collecting. Prices can fluctuate, and you might find the perfect time to buy or sell. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the 1940 wheat penny is a fascinating piece of American history to add to your collection. Its value might be modest, but it carries with it a story of the era it was minted in and the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Next up, we're talking about the 1977 Lincoln penny, specifically one without a mint mark and in very fine condition. How much is it worth today? Could you be holding on to a small fortune? Let's find out. Before we get into the market value, let's take a step back and appreciate the history of this iconic coin. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, making it the first American coin to feature a president's face. Fast forward to 1977, and we see a penny that's largely unchanged in design, but still holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. The 1977 penny, like many others, was minted in Philadelphia. But how do we know this? Simple: the absence of a mint mark. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint traditionally lack a mint mark, unlike those from Denver or San Francisco, which bear the D or S marks, respectively. Now, let's talk about condition, which is a huge factor in determining a coin's value. When we say very fine condition, we're referring to a coin that has seen some circulation but still retains sharp details. You can see the lines in Lincoln's hair, the edges are clear, and there might be some light wear but nothing too significant. On the Sheldon grading scale, for a 1977 penny, very fine condition means it's not just any old penny, it's a coin that has been well preserved over the decades, and this can significantly affect its value to collectors. So, how much is a 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark and in very fine condition actually worth today? Let's break it down. However, if you have a penny in very fine condition, you're looking at a higher market value. As of today, these coins can range from about $247,000 on the collector market. Now, I know what you're thinking, minus 30 cents doesn't seem like much, but here's the catch: the true value of this coin lies in its collectability. For many numismatists or coin collectors, the 1977 Lincoln penny is a key date in their collections. Its value can increase significantly if part of a complete set or if it's in even better condition. And let's not forget, values can vary depending on the buyer. Some collectors might pay a premium if the coin is a missing piece in their collection. While the current value of a 1977 penny in very fine condition might be astronomical, there's potential for appreciation over time. As these coins become scarcer, and as interest in coin collecting grows, we could see values increase. Holding onto a well-preserved coin today could mean a more valuable investment tomorrow. So there you have it, the 1977 Lincoln penny without a mint mark in very fine condition might make you rich overnight, but it's a valuable piece of American history and a worthy addition to any coin collection. If you have one of these coins, you might want to hold on to it or explore what the market has to offer. Next up, we're talking about the 1975 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, particularly one in very fine condition with an unusual purple shade. Could this little penny be worth more than you think? Stick around to find out. First, let's get some background on this coin. The Lincoln cent, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, has been a staple of American currency since 1909. The design by Victor David Brenner was initially created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Over the years, this penny has seen various changes, but the 1975 Lincoln cent holds a special place in the hearts of many collectors. In 1975, these pennies were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins struck at the Denver mint bear a D mint mark, but the ones from Philadelphia have no mint mark. All this lack of a mint mark often leads people to overlook these coins, thinking they are just ordinary pennies. However, as we'll soon discover, certain factors can make them much more valuable. Now, let's talk about condition and color. The value of any coin is significantly influenced by its condition. Collectors grade coins based on how much wear and tear they show. A coin in very fine condition will have some wear, especially on the high points of the design, but all the major details will still be clear and sharp. But here's where things get interesting. Our focus today is on a 1975 Lincoln cent in very fine condition that has a unique purple shade. Now, you might be wondering how a copper coin could turn purple. This discoloration can occur due to various reasons, including environmental exposure or reactions to certain chemicals over time. While these color changes might seem like defects to some, they can actually make the coin more appealing to certain collectors who are drawn to these unusual, natural patinas. So, what's the big question on everyone's mind? How much is this unique 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark and with a purple shade actually worth? First, let's establish a baseline. A typical 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark in very fine condition might fetch anywhere from $255,000. However, when you add in the unusual purple toning, things can change dramatically. The value of a coin like this can vary widely depending on the market, the buyer's interest, and the uniqueness of the toning. Coins with unusual colorations or toning can sometimes sell for much more than standard examples. In recent auctions, pennies with distinctive toning like the purple shade we're talking about have sold for anywhere from $5 to upwards of $50. It might not sound like a fortune, but that's a pretty impressive return for a coin that's normally only worth a cent. The real value comes from the demand among collectors who specialize in toned coins. These individuals are willing to pay a premium for coins with unique appearances, especially if the toning enhances the coin's overall aesthetic. However, there are several factors that can influence the value of this 1975 Lincoln cent. Let's break them down. While toning itself is rare, finding a 1975 Lincoln cent with a naturally occurring, even purple shade is uncommon. The more visually appealing and uniform the toning, the higher the potential value. As with any collectible, the value is greatly determined by demand. If there's a surge of interest in toned coins, the price can skyrocket. Conversely, if demand wanes, so too could the value. It's crucial that the toning is natural. Artificial toning or attempts to recreate the purple shade through chemical means can significantly diminish the coin's value and make it undesirable to serious collectors. Even with its unique color, the coin's condition still plays a crucial role. A very fine condition is respectable, but if you had a coin in mint state with the same toning, it could be worth even more. So, should you cash in on your purple shaded 1975 Lincoln cent now or hold on to it for the future? That's a tough call. If you're in need of some quick cash, selling now might be a good idea, especially if you find a collector who's interested in that unique toning. However, if you believe that the demand for toned coins might increase, holding on to it could be the wiser choice. As with any collectible, the market can be unpredictable. Values can rise and fall, so it's essential to keep an eye on trends and auction results. Remember, the thrill of coin collecting isn't just in the money, it's in the history, the stories, and the unique characteristics that make each coin special. What do you think? Do you have one of these hidden treasures in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Next up, we're focusing on a special piece of American numismatic history, the Washington quarter dollar from 1967, without a mint mark and in extra fine condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin might be more valuable than you think. So stay tuned as we uncover its history, unique features, and today's collector market value. The Washington quarter dollar was first introduced in 1932, designed by sculptor John Flanagan to commemorate the 200th birthday of the United States' first president, George Washington. Initially intended as a one-year commemorative coin, its popularity ensured it remained in circulation. Fast forward to 1967, a pivotal year in the history of U.S. coinage. This was the third year of the United States Mint's decision to temporarily remove mint marks from all its coins due to the coinage crisis of the mid-1960s. The 1967 quarter is particularly interesting because it was struck during a period when the U.S. Mint was transitioning away from silver coins to a copper-nickel-clad composition. The 1967 quarter, like others from 1965 onward, contains no silver. It's composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. The absence of a mint mark, typical for coins from 1965 to 1967, can sometimes confuse new collectors, but it's a hallmark of this period. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington facing left. This iconic design by John Flanagan has remained largely unchanged since its inception. Surrounding Washington's profile are the words Liberty at the top and the national motto, In God We Trust, to the left, with the date 1967 prominently displayed at the bottom. On the reverse side, we see a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows, a symbol of strength and readiness. Beneath the eagle is an olive branch, representing peace. The inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar encircle the eagle, reinforcing the coin's value and origin. Now, let's talk about the condition of this coin. When we say extra fine, we're referring to a specific grade on the Sheldon coin grading scale. An extra fine XF grade typically means the coin has slight wear on its highest points but retains most of its design details. For the 1967 Washington quarter, this means you might see minor wear on Washington's hair or on the eagle's feathers, but overall, the details remain sharp and the coin still has some of its original mint luster. This grade is crucial because the better the condition, the more desirable the coin becomes to collectors, which significantly impacts its market value. Now, let's get to the part everyone's been waiting for: the collector market value. As of today, the value of a 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark in extra fine condition can vary, but generally these coins can fetch anywhere between $300,000, while this may seem like a fortune. However, the value can increase based on certain factors. For example, if your coin exhibits strong, original luster or has been well preserved in an uncirculated condition, it could attract higher offers. It's also worth noting that coins from this era with unique minting errors like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other anomalies can significantly increase in value. These rare error coins are highly sought after and can command prices far beyond the standard range, sometimes reaching into the millions of dollars. Store properly, keep your coin in a protective holder or a coin album to prevent scratches and other damage. The 1967 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark is a fascinating piece of numismatic history representing a unique period in American coinage. While it may make you rich overnight, its historical significance and potential for added value make it a worthy addition to any collection. Next up, a special focus on the 2008 James Monroe $1 coin. Could this be the next big thing in the collector's market? Let's find out. The United States Mint introduced the presidential $1 coin program in 2007 to honor the former presidents of the United States, issuing 4 coins per year in the order they served. In 2008, one of the coins released was the James Monroe $1 coin, celebrating the 5th President of the United States, who served from 1817 to 1825. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the coin, let's talk a bit about the man on the coin, James Monroe. He was the last president who was a founding father, and he is perhaps best known for the Monroe Doctrine, a cornerstone of American foreign policy that opposed European colonialism in the Americas. The coin itself is part of a fascinating series that captures a significant period of American history. But what makes the 2008 James Monroe $1 coin particularly interesting for collectors is not just the historical figure it commemorates but also its current value in the numismatic market. This coin was minted in large numbers and was widely circulated, but like all coins, its value can vary based on condition, rarity, and demand. The version we're focusing on today is the one without a mint mark, which means it was minted in Philadelphia. Now, if you've got a James Monroe $1 coin in fine condition, meaning it shows moderate wear but retains most of its design elements, you might wonder how much it's worth today. The collector market can sometimes assign a much higher value based on various factors. So what's the big value today? In fine condition, the 2008 James Monroe $1 coin typically sells for around $500,000. Yes, you heard that right, despite its historical significance and unique design. This coin has reached sky-high prices just yet, but don't let that discourage you. Coins like this often have more sentimental and historical value, and who knows, over time, as fewer of these coins remain in circulation, their value could increase. Now, why hasn't the value shot up? Several factors influence a coin's market value. The James Monroe $1 coin was minted in small quantities, making it relatively uncommon. However, if you find one in an uncirculated or proof condition, its value could be significantly higher. Another factor is the coin's condition. Coins that have been well preserved, with little to no wear, can fetch higher prices. The absence of a mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia, is also a key identifier but doesn't necessarily add to its rarity. However, errors or misprints on coins can sometimes lead to a higher market value, so it's always worth checking for those. So, should you hold on to your 2008 James Monroe $1 coin? Absolutely. While its current value might make you rich, it's a great piece of American history and a fantastic addition to any collection. And who knows? As time goes on and as more people become interested in the presidential $1 coin program, the value of these coins could see an uptick. Now it's your turn. Do you have a 2008 James Monroe $1 coin in your collection? What's the most valuable coin you've ever come across? Let me know in the comments below. Next up, we're uncovering the hidden value of 2 particular Australian coins, the 50-cent piece and the 2001 coin in extra fine condition. These coins, often overlooked, have become highly sought after by collectors worldwide, with values that might surprise you. Let's start with the Australian 50-cent coin. Introduced in 1966, the 50-cent coin initially featured a round shape and was made from 80% silver. However, the rising price of silver soon made these coins too expensive to produce, and they were withdrawn from circulation. If you happen to have one of these original round 50-cent coins, you're in luck. Their collector value is already significant. In 1969, the 50-cent coin was reintroduced in a dodecahedron shape, featuring the Australian coat of arms. Over the years, the coin has also featured numerous commemorative designs, celebrating everything from the royal visit to the Sydney 2000 Olympic Games. These coins, while as rare as the original 1966 version, still hold value, especially in pristine condition. In circulated condition, most of these coins are worth their face value. However, in uncirculated or near mint condition, they can fetch a premium among collectors. Now let's talk about the 2001 Australian coin. 2001 was a significant year as it marked the centenary of Federation. This led to the minting of special coins to commemorate the occasion, with designs representing each Australian state and territory, as well as the federal government. The 2001 Australia 50-cent coins are particularly notable due to their commemorative nature. But what really sets a coin apart in the collector's market is its condition. Coins are graded on their condition, and one in extra fine condition is just shy of being uncirculated, showing only the slightest wear on the highest points of the design. For collectors, this grade is highly desirable. A 2001 Australia 50-cent coin in extra fine condition can be worth significantly more than a standard coin. So what's the market like today for these coins? Let's break it down. A standard 50-cent coin from the post-1969 era in circulated condition might only be worth face value, around $400,000. But in uncirculated condition, depending on the year and rarity of the design, it could be valued at anywhere between $500,000 or even more for limited editions. As for the 2001 Australia 50-cent coin, the value skyrockets when it's in extra fine condition. Depending on the specific design, these coins can sell for $800,000 or even higher. Rare versions or error coins from this year can command prices upwards of $1 million or more. Collectors are always on the lookout for these high-grade coins, and their value continues to rise as they become harder to find. If you have a 2001 coin in extra fine condition, you might be sitting on a large treasure. If you're a collector or thinking about starting, here are some tips to keep in mind. First, always handle your coins with care. Wear gloves to avoid getting oils from your hands on the coin's surface, which can cause tarnishing. Store your coins in a dry, cool place and consider using protective cases or holders to keep them in pristine condition. When evaluating your coins, pay close attention to their condition. Small differences in wear can mean a significant difference in value. If you're unsure, consider getting your coins professionally graded. It could be well worth the investment. The world of coin collecting is full of hidden gems, and Australian coins are no exception. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for those 50-cent pieces and the 2001 extra fine coins. They could be more valuable than you think. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below with your own coin discoveries. And as always, subscribe for more insights into the fascinating world of numismatics. Until next time, happy collecting.